I realize the futility of what I'm doing by building a software platform for researchers. I realize that people do laugh at me. I realize that there is no right answers to this. I realize that I put myself out there and people don't necessarily get it. Every day I put out videos and podcasts, as well as spend god awful amounts of time and money on building a platform that, to me, it seems often futile, but important. Doing these efforts, I look at that and you do these social comparison sort of games in your head. Why doesn't this work out? Or why I tried to do this and it didn't work out. And I realized the futility of what most people go through. And you're probably going through this as well. If you're listening to this, you're probably going through similar experiences in your own work where it seems like it's really doesn't go anywhere. And, I do believe that you look back and you can tell a story behind it. But at the moment, I realize the futility of this. And one of the things that I try to do is try to create engaging content for you so that you can have a fruitful career. If you notice, everything that I try to do is try to meet you in moments where maybe you're not feeling that good and try to walk you through to where I hope that you're feeling better, at least getting some insight that you're not the only one. Because I think most people go through this, but at least for me, I look at, because I do these, I try to create these, I try to engage with you. I try to help you. I try to, just provide as much value as I possibly can. And, I look at other, there's these creators. One of the things that I do pay attention to and I look at is TikTok. And there was these creators when TikTok looked like it was going to disappear, and they sort of told all of their secrets. And they had all of these incredible secrets of that there was so much more behind what they actually said and did. And it feels like when you're comparing against that one person had a whole team behind them and they were saying it was just them. Um, you know, and or, somebody had made up a fake relationship between an actress and, their son, and the whole thing was just this fake experience that we're duping a lot of people. And I think it does a lot of disservice for most of us, because when you see that, at least for me, I think, why am I doing this? I can't compete. I can't even get my message out. I can't do any of these experiences, or I can't engage with you because you're not going to pay attention to this. You're not going to see, you're not going to care. And I'm doing something that is inadvertently or inherently not exciting. This is the reason why I'm actually doing it, is because the process is so difficult and so challenging. But it's just me, right? Like, it's just me that's doing this. There's a small amount of people that are interested, but they're not willing to stick their neck out as much. It's a slow and painful journey. And for any of you that are doing anything that's remotely of interest in your life, whether it is studying for law school or anything that's important, I'm just going to tell you that it's not going to feel the way that you think it's going to feel when you do it. I I don't think that there is any answer to this other than when you go through it, know that you will never feel like the stories that they tell you or the images, the excitement, all of that stuff. You will be working at something and you'll feel like you're always behind. You feel like you can't engage. And I wish I can change that. No amount of, therapy or success or anything like that is going to change it. It's just inherent with a lot of the process of taking steps forward every day where it is futile, right? That is something to actually engage and to admit, right? Like part of why I do this is to get you to admit the futility of all of it, of what you're actually doing. We have this belief that we have to become successful. We have this belief that the only reason you do things is to accomplish something. But in my experience, the whole effort is futile. The whole effort doesn't work. But that's not why you do it, right? If you go through this and you've done anything that's important, you will know that it is futile. You will know that you're up against an enormous amount of friction. And it's your job to get back up and do it again and to repeat day in and day out. And that's just part of what you do, right? It is the identity, it is the thing that you do to bear some of that. And I want you to look around and I want you to start seeing people. When you actually see people, like actually see them, you will see that a lot of what they actually do is not for success or any of the sort of stuff that is sold. None of it's for that. None of it. You do it because you do it. And you detach from all of those notions that you have to be successful at any given moment. I wish that this would all work out and the investors would come and the scientific community would start to recognize it and all of that kind of stuff, the whole reciprocity project. But it's not going to happen anytime soon. And what I'm doing is futile, but I take steps forward every day, regardless. It's about taking steps. When there is futility involved, once you get to that, the futility of it, and it's only once you've done something difficult, it's only once you've experienced this that you will get it. But you just keep taking steps forward, moving the needle little bit by little bit. And it's the only thing that you can ask for. It's just one more day, one more try, every single day. All right, take care and have a wonderful day.